In NIP, he was very inconsistent. I think what a lot of people were saying to him. He's definitely talented and has time to build upon what he's shown us so far. But for now, we're in towards the pistol. It's Trim to actually kick things off. AZ gets dropped as Draken looks to get the second frag here. It's Valda waiting towards the end of the balcony. Draken's not wasting any time here at all. I think that's maybe a little bit overzealous, but Flush is there to pick up the pieces. Valda's surely done for here. Nice work from Fnatic so far as the bomb and maybe the round will be going against North. It's just MSL waiting towards middle. Nice shot from him. 3 versus 1 now. They know exactly where he is. And has to instantly kill JW to stand a chance, but takes a bullet to the face instead. Pretty much same story for Mertz, really. I'd say maybe slightly more consistent, but can drop off at times as well. Flush to open things up. Kiabi does get a dink towards Exist. That's pretty much all he finds. MSL negates Flames and tries to hold on towards B here. And will fall back successfully. Hold to the sandbag, so still not out the woods just yet. He'll run around the corner, guaranteed kill there, but not a chance of a second. 4 versus 3 in favor of Fnatic.
Just will hold out behind the logs as well. JW wants to work out, spots Volda. Can't really get much vision, so he'll force that by putting a Molotov down, but Volda's already relocated into the corner, and JW doesn't fancy going against a man who's ready. He was hoping to catch him off instead, as Mertz does catch off Draken. No rotation yet from AZ, despite further utility deployed toward A as Mertz. He's eager with the AWP, perhaps too eager was Volda to capitalize on that information. Good shot through the edge of the barrel, goes back for more, had a chance for it, lost the shot, but somehow gets away with it on the second approach, which was even more rushed, even more forced, as Crims tries to bait out AZ. He's far removed, but he's just a library, and Crims overextends. I think this might be the first event, Cologne, in many ways, that we're going to see what's to come in the CS community and world. Having Astralis so far ahead at the moment. MSL finding 2. Crim's able to finally trade that off, and in doing so, they maintain the advantage only just and get the bomb down with 5 seconds left in the round.
He's obviously always been a hybrid player, but now giving Draken more focus on the AWP, I think should be a positive, more structured approach, I guess, for Fnatic. They've always been one of those teams, like,
it's probably to his benefit as well to have a primary opera in the team. Mertz had seen 1, he spots 2, manages to get the shot off. Volda, by the way, still 0 kills, 1 assist and 7 deaths. Mertz down to JW. He's looking for more. AZ's there, but couldn't get the angle onto him. Clever little gap by the cart that he tries to spot through. That opens up a bit more to the corner, but AZ has since relocated it with a gap in the smoke of his own. He'll fire out to find JW. That brings Volda in. And welcome to the scoreboard for Volda. An important one, no less, as he takes down Draken in the sight. They suspect that it's possible. They're trying to throw utility for means of fake, but they are actually still going toward A, as we can tell. Meaning there's 2 inside of the site and a rotation required for Mertz to get back in position. Thankfully, they've got the advantage. They somehow didn't spot Volda in the open, as they were all flashed, partially blind and determined by smoke, but it's Crims that pulls it back. Mertz and AZ to go down, and Crims still holding from the cart, has the bomb planted, and he can cover off top middle as well.
Crims is looking phenomenal in this particular round. 3 versus 1 now. Kiabi can't do anything about it as Exist puts one of the final nails in the coffin.
Meaning that they likely will succumb to the fate of this round as well. I say that, and Volda finds a kill. They manage to get Kiabi in position. He times it to perfection, and suddenly it's a 5 versus 2, but Crims has gotten Volda back. Actually, Kiabi that's waiting to swing in response, holding towards CT spawn. Crims will make some noise, try and bait out some footsteps. Mertz falls down and behind the box, different angle to hold. He's got a crossfire set from the pit. It's AZ that's behind, and he'll get the shot. 17 seconds. Draken does have bomb.
Might as well save now. There's no way he's able to run in towards B unless MSL gives it up for free.
Doesn't think it's open.
Yeah, that was his chance to run in the plum. But yes, you're right. It's not worth it. He probably doesn't win the round anyway. Let's see if he does decide, especially if he walks back around trying to be quiet.
Flank rotation. MSL went out early. Flusher was ready for it. I was going to say, if JW got the kill on Volda, they would go for a flank, but they were certainly ready for it. Good play, Draken, ready for AZ to try and push it now as well. And they're giving it all up. Kiabi's patience pays off, but it's down to just he is, despite having everything locked off, they just walked out with no information.
You really don't need 3 players at the bottom of B. That's not wise, in my opinion. Once you've got banana control like that, you've got Mertz with the AWP, just get him at the barrel or the half wall to hold it by himself. That's enough. You just need to find 1 kill, hold them off, then you get the rotations in. 3 at the bottom of B really is quite useless, I would say. Especially when you're going to be pushing down like you were. You realize you've got no information. You're so far removed from the A site. You have to push, and it's waiting for you. You didn't catch that first kill, but as soon as there was a bit of traction towards the apartments, he had to push B. And it all just went a bit wrong there. As he gets the angle, his teammates working around towards the arch, so he'll be smoked out. That buys him some time, though. That's fine for both sides because it's early on in the round, not a huge deal. Merch presumably traded out here. Indeed, he is 4-on-4. AZ and Valda nervously way on the side. They haven't really got anything to hold them off here.
All the waiting and holding. Good play from the corner. Assist to AZ as he takes down JW. Crims is locked in toward Modo, and Volta's going to be somewhat careful to not to overextend and try and pinch him in, because if he does, he's got Exist working out from behind at the apartments, which will end up being his demise. He found MSL as well. Perfectly played, but Cammy has the bomb. That's crucial at this point in the round. 50 seconds, it's not like he can rest on his laurels. In fact, he's going to give it up. He's going to try and one-up them, knowing that Draken's still toward the pit. And rotating back to quad, Exist is so preoccupied trying to get the bomb back, he may actually be able to isolate this into one-on-ones if he's careful enough. Or did Draken spot the gun barrel? I think from his perspective he might have, but I say that obviously not, because Exist sort of had the information and turned around. That was quick from Draken.
Flash up, gets in front of them, and might even deliver a couple of them back. MSL taking a lot of damage there, but still going to go aggressive, the MP7. It's now cheaper than it was before, seeing more and more of it in games, and somehow gets away with a pick and maintains a man advantage.
Still end up 11-4, given that the man advantage resides with North, and doubly so as Valda takes out Crims. Good position on the windowsill. Exist spotted Mertz, but all Mertz was playing for was the information in that situation. There's no need to overextend. He's smartly backed off with the two-man advantage. He'll get isolated because Crims now has also spotted AZ and doesn't want to be countered with a bait and switch. It works out very well, and JW catching off Valda. We're back to threes. Weapons favoring Fnatic, given that they've got the AWP and two AKs. AK in the hands of Exist being the most menacing of which, because it's the closest to action. However, if he doesn't get the kill, I was going to say the bomb will be limited coming out of apartments. It still is, but Exist trades off on Kiarbi, and it's just MSL rotating back around a divided offense. Bomb will be planted. The timing of this actually could favor Draken. All he has to do is look up toward the top of middle, and if MSL swings by with the MP7, he'll be caught. I think he's aware that Draken, because there was some noise over B, is going to be coming from that direction. Doesn't matter. 12-3 indeed. Draken with a good kill. Not that he was unconscious last time, but figuratively speaking, he was lagging out. We'll call that a lack of consciousness. Flusha waits from Coffins. He'll try and get above the smoke. Can't quite do it. They'll rotate back around. No boost yet. They could have gone for it. It looked like Draken might have considered it.
Valda, he will be challenging first by the looks of things. The bomb getting to a considerable point now. Fnatic really do need to start striking here. Flusha makes the first incision, but I don't think they'll get much more. Crims and indeed Flusha left in the 2 versus 3. They'll have to fall back. They just waited a little bit too long there to really pull the trigger in more ways than one. Flusha will go down with the ship. He knows it, and North win a much-needed pistol round there. Especially with a 12-3 lead, it actually opens the opportunity up for North quite significantly. Flames everywhere, and bullets being sprayed. Most of them going in favor of JWs. He finds 3 with the UMP, and now AZ and MSL doing the best they can to get this bomb down. Looks like it will be planted quite comfortably in the end. AZ will take a nade, not quite to the face. 3 versus 2.
What a favor indeed. MSL, in fact, going to give up toward Banana. Try and catch them off by getting slightly closer. He's got to be careful. Molotov in hand. He's almost gotten lucky that Crims looked away. AZ hit the player toward the bomb. That could have been a double spray. Just barely. It's not, but I think they have. I think they've just barely got this. That defused. It's got a kit, but it's not going to have the time. It's just barely. Oh, it's just barely going to go the way of North.
JW, this is what we were interested to see, really. JW hits the first shot. MSL goes down. Nice work by him. And that means if any flashes come up, Crims is like the fail-safe. Anything goes wrong, he turns rounds and deals with them. As Flash up, he'll get another pick and make it a 5 versus 3 now. That should be it. JW looks very confident in this. All 3 players for North waiting on the other side as he hits another.
Yeah, brilliantly done from JW. I was going to say as well, that first kill means that stack was almost more viable because they discourage any take toward the B site. The second kill actually calls for the rotation instead, but that could have easily persuaded them back that direction. Everyone's still alive. Flush up with 1 HP. Flashes and smokes going both directions with 48 seconds. Response from Fnatic is rather apt. Try and push down, pinch them in. Don't give them the option to isolate 2 players on B or fall back toward A. Just force them to have to go B and all be there to attack or defend.
Can't win this now, unfortunately. It was 7 seconds, and it's going to be desperately trying to find any kills they can.
Now he just has to hit the shot, which...
Don't go for Draken.
Surprisingly, isn't always he's going to. He's going to step straight out, and he's got Volta down. He's got to be a little bit cautious of the fact that they could have gotten in Boiler behind him. He's certainly aware of it, but he'll back off. Knows he's got the advantage. The spray comes through, and AZ once again will do damage, but not a kill this time.
Still the AWP as he tries to find an opener, but the smoke. Did it come in? Not quite. They've actually got an opening here. Molotov will do some damage, but it's up to Flasher to hold them off. Flashbang Not ideal as it goes up in the air. He's getting flames around him as well. JW misses the shot, and that'll cost him his life. Krim's still here, though, fighting back valiantly.
Draken will be held towards CT with the op, hoping to flush MSL at a position. Good find from Krims. Excellent shot to catch off Merce. That's the op down. Note that there's one toward Emo. Good find from Exist. They'll clear and confirm that that's wide open, and it's straightforward from Fnatic. Every duel going their way in the 3 versus 3 as the bomb gets defused this time with lots of time left over. That's a yes, 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 no, or a no, 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 yes. JW, good shot. He's still blinded off, but holding the angle, hoping for the best. Can't quite get there. As Chiari gets the shot instead and blinded, Flusha was scurrying toward the Emo position, but was caught in doing so, and it's Krims that wants to be the next in. So Fnatic still not on that penultimate point. Exist does get one through the smoke on Volda. Further damage onto Mertz. I think he'll be far enough away, excuse me, that oh, he does go down. So Bomb will take Mertz out of it due to that damage. So well played from Exist. Flash out. Mertz tagged already. It's not worked. It's fallen apart, but Exist could recover it because he's still above. Mertz is low and he'll drop down, but Volda's in behind. JW starts off with the AWP. Spots Volda. Doesn't get the wall bang. He was flashed up. He was hoping to go early. Volda's nailed him in return with the M4, and it's all onto Flusha. He wants to spot the second player because the first revealed, but nothing can be done. Volda's turned this game around. MSL to find Flusha. Perfect start as Mertz is going to take down JW as well. We've got a tie game potentially on the cards.
Yeah, and they might have to save their weaponry as well because they can't really justify this retake and everyone going down. Krims, the desperation spray there through the smoke, but they jump across it. That's the smoke and CT spawn. Draken to respond with smoke of his own. That's well placed, but they're going to go through it anyway. Can he find anything more here?
Looks like one does actually land it, but it's the push through smoke that matters more. AZ got Draken traded, and Kiarby's able to isolate and cut off CT spawn deep smoke, as well as JW inquires between it, but won't spawn anyone as of yet. Krims, a single flash, now thrown by Exist. Does nothing but blind himself with it as he was desperate to try and clear out the corner. He still is. Pre-fire and all the way around. The pre-fire pays off, but it's AZ to get one more. He's forced out. Krims gets it. They don't check Emo, but yes. Ooh. Yes, they do. Just barely. Exist gets it. I don't think he's got time.
Nope.
He doesn't. North have it. 15. They've got the match point first. Oh, I say that. And Fnatic just barely get it. That is as close as you'd like.
Oh, my goodness.
Krims will get inside of the cubby. Finally, some action back toward A. It's been a lot of bananas of late. Forced out of the cubby in the flames. He'll still only manage one, but good damage onto AZ as well. Kirby doesn't care really about that side of the map. He's going to take his task to go toward B, and he'll pay off as well as he gets Draken down.
4 on 3. Flash up. Solo defense against 4. He has got a rotation for JW. I'm not sure how helpful that's going to be. Good grenade, though. Does take down AZ, in fact, so that's not a bad start at all. Flusha jumps out of the smoke. They have the advantage all of a sudden. This would be such a gutting way for it all to finish, and Flusha knows it. He's going to drop the incendiary on the bomb. Not ideal, but does force the T away, so you can't hide behind that smoke at least.
Mertz has done well. Oh, he's missed the shot. Mertz did so well to get away. He took massive nade damage, but get away to the new box. He missed an integral shot because suddenly it's just Volda to hold it. He manages one against JW, turns around, knows the flush is pushing. Somehow it's the headshot as well. He was slow to start of this game, and he'll be the last to die for North. Despite a good effort, it's Exist once again to win out the clutch. Get the defuse, and we go 16-14. If Mertz hit that first shot to Ruins, I think that round forces us to overtime.
That is a really weird game, the way it finishes up there. Fnatic